Welcome to Rambam In-Depth. Today we'll be discussing the Rambam Hilchos Ishus, Perik Yud, Halacha Yud Daled. The Rambam talks about the days in which one is not permitted to get married. So in the middle of that halacha, he says, "Va'afilu b'chol Hamoed, ein noisim nashin." Not only on Shabbos and Yom Tov, but even Chol Hamoed, one should not get married. Commercial Biarna, as we explained, is referring obviously to what he said in Hilchos Yom Tov. But here he gives a reason, because we do not mix one simcha with another. And he brings a source, Shenemar. It says, Mali Shavua Zeis, Nitn L'Chagam Bezeis. When Lavan tricked Yaakov Avinu, and he gave him Leah instead of Rachel, and Yaakov complained, so he said, wait this week, let this week be ended, and then I'll let you have Rachel as well as a wife. Why did he have to wait a week in order for him to marry Rachel? Because in Ma'arv Simcha b'Simcha, you don't mix two simchas together. So this is the source of the law that you shouldn't mix two simchas, and you shouldn't get married even a Chol Hamoed. So one of the questions that has been asked is that this Pasuk was about something that happened before Matan Torah. And there's a cloud that we don't learn halacha from things that happened in Matan Torah, because when Torah was given at Har Sinai, in this Chadsha halacha, it introduced a new category, a new source of halacha that negates what was established before Sinai. So why do we learn out the halacha of Einat Marvim Simcha B'Simcha from this pasuk? So the Rebbe in Likutei Sichos answers that when do you not learn things from what happened before Har Sinai when you're dealing with halacha? When you're dealing with a Svara, then we do have the ability to derive from before Matan Torah, because there are two svaros, two contradictory svaros. One svara says that one simcha could enhance the other simcha, and the other svara is that one simcha could stand in the way of another simcha. So by looking at what happened before Matan Torah, that shows that the svara of one simcha getting in the way of the other simcha is the predominant svara. That's how the Rebbe answers the question. But there's other questions here. In Hilchos Yom Tov, the Rambam doesn't bring this pasuk, which you would think would be the first place for him to bring it. Usually, when the Rambam brings something in one place and he brings it again in another place, the other place he's makatzer, he's more brief, because he already explained it. He relies on what he already explained. Yet in Hilchos Shvisas Yom Tov, Perik Zayin, Halacha Tez Zayin, the Rambam over there also writes, Ein Nisuin Nashin B'lei Miyavmin B'Mayed, and he gives a reason, Kadesh Le'Tishtachach Simchas Achag B'Simcha Nisuin, that you shouldn't forget about rejoicing on Yom Tov because you're involved in the Simcha of the marriage. So there he doesn't say the words Ein Ma'arvim Simcha B'Simcha, and he doesn't bring the Pasuk, which you would think is the source of the halacha that should have been brought the first time it was mentioned. So there are several other questions here, but we'll just focus on this one. It's clear, and we see this in the Rambam, throughout the Rambam, that the Rambam will bring the same halacha in two places. Why does he bring it in two places? It's not just for the sake of refreshing a memory. Like the Rambam relies that you heard it the first time, you'll remember the halacha. But usually when it's in two different places, it's based on two different sources. When he brings it in Hilchos Shvisas Yom Tov, he's talking about the gedarim of Yom Tov. The geder of Yom Tov is such that you have to have such a simcha that if you do another kind of simcha, so like a Simchas Nisuin, it gets in the way, the ishtakach. It's not because Ein Ma'arvim Simcha B'Simcha, the classic example of Ein Ma'arvim Simcha B'Simcha, but it's based on the idea that Simchas Yom Tov is so important that any other major simcha will get in the way, and you'll forget the simcha of Yom Tov. You can see this in reality when people go to a chasana. The simcha is so intense that they're so caught up with that simcha, with the chassan and kala, that they'll forget that it's Yom Tov. The Simchas Yom Tov will be diminished. Not because of the classic of Ein Ma'arvim Simcha B'Simcha. Masha'enkin in Hilchos Ishus, the focus is it's a halacha not in Yom Tov, it's on Chol Hamoed or Yom Tov, it's a halacha in Ishus, in Nisuin, that in the mitzvah of Nisuin itself, there's a problem with the Nisuin when there's two different things going on at the same time. Because Nisuin itself, even though it's not the same halacha as Yom Tov, has a restriction that you can't have another Simcha going along. And that's based on the Pasuk in Bereishis, Malish Vuazais, where you see that mitzad the mitzvah of Nisuin, you can't have another, because sometimes you could argue that comes to Simcha, some Simchas could enhance another Simcha, some Simchas could not take away from it. So the Rambam says when it comes to Nisuin, we know that another Simcha will take away from the original Simcha. That's why the Rambam mentions it in two places, because there's a halacha of Yom Tov that dictates that you don't have another Simcha on Yom Tov, and there's a halacha, a general halacha, that applies to Nisuin as well, and in fact the Makar is with regard to Nisuin, and therefore, even when it comes to Nisuin, you can't have on Chol Hamoed, not just because you'll forget the Shtachar Teres Yom Tov, but because of the mitzvah of Nisuin itself. And there could be Minas and Halacha, and maybe in another occasion we'll go into that.